Hey everybody, Nick here, also known as the Bearded Housewife, and welcome to another card making video. Today I have a really fun slider card for you. This is my graduation slider card. So this is what it looks like when it is all folded flat. And then you pull up on the pull tab here, and that reveals your message. It says congratulations to the graduate. And then there is a spot on the inside for your message. This is a really fun style to make. You can customize it with your school colors. I can't wait to show it to you. Before we get started, make sure to hit like and smash that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any card making fun. And with that, let's get to it. Step 1. Get the free SVG cut file. Okay, here we are at my blog, thebeardedhousewife.com. We're going to head to the Resource Library tab. If you don't have access to my free file library, you can click Get Access. You'll fill out a form and be emailed the password. But for now, we're going to go to Enter the Library. Type in the password and then hit Enter. And then you're brought to all the free files. You're going to want to look for number 123. The graduation slider card. Click that hyperlink and download it to your computer. Go ahead and open the zip file, and then we can open up CRICUT Design Space. Step 2. Upload the design to CRICUT Design Space. Alright, we have a new project in Design Space, so go ahead and go to Upload, Upload Image, and Browse. Find where we downloaded the file onto our computer, and click Open and Upload. Now highlight the image and then click Add to Canvas. Step 3. Convert score lines in any text. Okay, we can go ahead and ungroup the design. And we're going to want to change the score lines for some of the different layers. So scroll down the Layers panel and find the card base. Highlight the score line and change that to Score under the Operation menu. Then highlight the group and Attach. Now we're going to do the slider portion. Change that to Score. Highlight the group and Attach. And now we're going to have to change all of our different rosette pieces. So find the score line, change it to Score, highlight the group, and click Attach. I'm going to go ahead and do that for the other 3 pieces. Okay, so all the score lines that need to be changed are the card base, the slider portion, and then all 4 of the rosette pieces. Okay? Now we can look for our 2 sentiment pieces. We're going to need to convert that text. So highlight the text, come up to Operation and change that to Pen. Highlight the group and click Attach. That's for the Pull tab. And then the sentiment on the inside, we need to do the same thing. Change that to Pen, highlight the group, and click Attach. And that's it. We can head on up to make it. You'll see the layers. You can click Continue. I'm going to be using medium cardstock for this. So I'm going to go ahead and load all of my tools into the machine and get everything cut out. Step 4. Cut out the design. Step 5. Assemble your card. Alright, now we can go ahead and start to assemble everything now that everything's been cut out. So the first thing that we need to do is layer our graduation cap and diploma onto the mats or the white pieces behind that. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. You're just going to leave a little bit of a border. Okay, we can go ahead and set those to the side to let those dry. Alright, let's grab our rosette pieces. For each one of these, you're going to want to fold along the score lines in an accordion fashion. So just back and forth until you folded all of the score lines. Give it a good press with your fingers. And there we go. Go ahead and do that for the second piece. Now add some glue to one of the sides. And then you're going to want to attach the second piece to it. Lift that up so you can see that a little bit better. I'm just placing that on top, and then I'm going to attach it. I'm just making sure to line up the edges because we want it to look like one continuous piece when we're done. That looks good. Now we can add glue to the other side. And attach the two ends to make one continuous piece. Alright, that looks good. Now this next part is a little tedious, I'm not going to lie. You're going to want to fold down the circle so that everything folds flat. And then as you're doing that, you're going to want to gather up all of the different pleats, and that is what will form the rosette. It's probably going to take you a couple of times. Every time that I make these, it always takes me 3 or 4 times to gather it all together because the paper just wants to naturally spring back. So once you have it all gathered up, hold it together. I'm using a scrap piece of paper to help catch the glue, and I'm actually using liquid glue. I would not recommend doing that. I just did not have any glue sticks for my glue gun when I made this video. So use hot glue if you can. The regular glue worked fine. It just took a lot more and a lot longer. You have to hold onto it much longer for it to actually harden and dry. So I'm just adding the glue there in the center, all around the little edges there, right there in the center. And as you can see, because of the liquid glue, I am using a lot of it. And now you can put one of your embellishments on the front. Do you see how it popped out there? So you want to make sure to hold on to it until it dries. I would want you guys to do this another way though. I would want you to put the little circle pieces that come with the file on for your first application. That will be the back of the rosette. When I made this video, I had not added the little circle pieces, so you will see me add a little scrap piece of paper, which is fine because it's going to be in the back and no one's going to be able to see it. But see how I flipped it over, and now I'm going to add the glue again. And now I'm going to place that little piece of paper there just to act as another way to hold everything together. Let me show you how that looks. There we go. And then I'm going to go ahead and repeat the same process for the other rosette. All right, and there is our second piece. Now we can go ahead and mat and layer our messaging panel. All right, let's go ahead and mat and layer all of our pieces for the slider. So you're going to want to layer this yellow square onto the blue matte layer. Now obviously it will be whatever color you choose to use. I'm just using blue and yellow for U of M colors. Just make sure that there's enough of a border around the entire yellow piece. All right, let's grab our other two pieces here. Go ahead and add the sentiment layer to the yellow square. You're going to want to leave a little bit of a border. There we go. All right, let's fold up the slider piece. So the small tab, that's going to be folded as a valley fold. And then the center score line, that's going to be a mountain fold, and then another valley fold. Be very careful, that top score line, it sometimes can rip the paper, but this is how it's supposed to look when you have it all folded up. Okay. Now add glue to the tab and then flip that piece over so that it can lay flat. And now you're going to want to take the pull tab, that's that white piece that has pull at the top, line up the bottom of the pull tab with the bottom of that tab that you added glue to. See? That acts as our little tab to pull it up. Show it to you right here. You just want to make sure that both of the pieces are flush with each other. All right, now you can add glue or adhesive all around the edge. You do not want to get any glue on the white pull tab. So I'm just going to add the glue around everywhere where there's the blue. And now this just fits directly on top of the sentiment, and it lines up with that piece as well. So you can use that as a guide. Go ahead and give it a press all around. All right, so you can see how the slider works. You just pull on the pull tab, and that reveals your message. Push it down so that it can fold flat. Really, really cool. So now let's go ahead and add our rosettes to the riser portion of the slider. This is going to be another incident where you need to use the hot glue, or if you want to use the liquid glue like I am, you just want to make sure that you add enough of it and that you hold the piece there for a good amount of time to make sure that it adheres well. So we're going to go ahead and add that to the riser portion. Go ahead and pull up on the tab to reveal the riser, and now we can add the rosette, because you want to make sure that you're not adding glue or anything that would prevent the fold to happen. Okay, go ahead and do that for the second one. Just holding that in place. Alrighty, I'm going to go ahead and give everything a little test to make sure that we don't have any glue where we're not supposed to. Make sure that it slides nice and clean. Alright, it looks good. Let's go ahead and set that to the side and let that dry. Now we can fold our card base along the score line. Go ahead and burnish the fold as well. We can add our messaging panel to the inside of the card. And now we can add our slider portion to the front of the card base. All right, that looks good. And here is our completed graduation slider card. Pull up on the tab, and it says congratulations to the graduate. Super cool, super 3D. And then on the inside is the spot for your message. Very, very cool. How fun was this card? Not too hard to make either. One thing that I would recommend you do is to use my envelope boxes, because this card is pretty thick. There's some good thickness to it. I will link up here so that you can see that tutorial. The reason behind that is because it's not going to fit into a regular envelope. I hope that you guys like this one, and I hope that you make them. If you do make them, make sure to join our Facebook group and post pictures of your crafts. We would love to see your different cards that you make. There's a link in the description down below. Until next time, I'm Nick. I'm also known as the Bearded Housewife, and I will see you at the next card making video. Bye.